Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night.
Just recorded a video, and at the end a poem came to my mind. I mentioned it. Rage, rage against the dying light. Do not go quietly into that good night. Very powerful poem. And it's how I feel at the moment, because I've got this horrible decision that I've had to make, where I know, I referenced it like going over the top in war, where you read these diary entries of men who had to go over the top of the trenches and they knew that they were likely to die. And I'm not saying I know I'm likely to die, but let me put it this way: I'm in a Lyme support group with 15,000 people online, and this week alone I've seen people. I woke up this morning, my husband had died in his sleep next to me because of Lyme. Other people I was talking to, I've been moved into palliative care. There's nothing they can do for me. You know, this illness, when it's chronic, it's lethal, it's a killer. You know, it's systemic failure of your energy systems. It's horrendous. And it's already nearly killed me, as you know. Last year, twice, I had near-death experiences. I saw things, I felt the presence of loved ones. And it was good medical care and steroids that saved me by bringing the inflammation down in my heart. And now I'm stuck in this position because I'm just laid in bed and I'm becoming more incapacitated as time goes on. I am struggling with energy. Like most of the day I don't have a lot of energy. I get sick when I talk too long. I get sick if I get into a conversation even. I get flu symptoms. I'm just declining. Despite the medication, I'm declining. So I've got this horrible choice to make, where I go for this treatment which is going to make me severely sick because of the die-off reaction from the bugs dying, and also it's the strongest antibiotic I can take intravenously at the highest dosage, so that's going to poison me as well, and it's dangerous. That's why the doctors who have arranged it want me in a hospital with a cardiac equipment in case of cardiac arrest. And we've had to bring drugs in from Kenya, glutathione and vitamin C intravenous to help with the inflammation, because steroids dull the immune system, so they're not ideal. And it's cost me a full month's Patreon, which I was reluctant to do, but I had to get the drugs here and get into a private clinic as well to do it, because I'm dying in my bed here. I'm just laid there, just disappearing. You know, I'm disappearing. I'm just getting more and more sick, and I've got to fight it. And I've had to take this gamble, this chance, is to go for the heavy antibiotics and hope it clears enough for my immune system to get a head start. And then hopefully later in the year be able to go for stem cell therapy to repair the damage that's been done. We're saving up for that. Then that's the only option I've got here, really. You know? And this is my rage against the dying light. I'd rather hit them as hard as I can with everything I've got than just lay here and let this colony of invaders in my body kill me, because they are killing me slowly. That's what's happening here. I think it's safe to say I'm just in bed for over a month, and I'm suffering. You know, I'm in pain. My mind's declining a little bit some days. The whole thing's very difficult because I've got swelling in the brain. That's why cognitive function goes down. Lack of ATP to fuel your brain. Digestion's not working because I've got a lack of ATP to produce hydrochloric acid. You know. So it's not a decision I've took lightly to do this course of action at this point, but I just see the risk is worth it, because the alternative's to lay in my bed and watch myself disappear, which is what I'm doing. So, tricky time. But we've got to fight in life for everything, including our survival. It's the way it was designed. And survive I shall. But even if not, I feel like I've lived full gas these last years. I've done a lot. I've achieved a lot. Rescued a lot of dogs. De-ticked a lot of dogs with my fingers. It's probably why I got into this situation. Helped a lot of children. Sometimes I am well aware in life, it's like having a gas lamp. You know, you have these little lamps, and if you turn the flame up really high, it'll illuminate the room in a really big way. And that light can be transferred into the metaphor as productivity. Sometimes I've seen it in life. People hit life full gas because we're all going to die. Everybody, all of you are going to die. Eventually every person now listening to me and me will not be here. We'll all not be here, and we'll pass it on to our children. So there's no getting out of this alive. But we should always be happy at how we can live our life, and it's always a want to live and survive. But at the same time, sometimes it's okay to put the gas on high, to put the oil burner on high and light the room up a bit better and be a bit more productive. Because even if I died in the next year, I wouldn't change any of it. I wouldn't change it. Yeah, it's important to remember. Sometimes it's okay to flick the switch and light up the room a bit, even if it means that the gas is going to burn out faster. Because sometimes the room just needs some light right now. Sometimes the world just needs a bit of productivity, and it needs it now. Rage against the dying light. Well, this is my rage. The strongest antibiotic I can get my hands on, at the highest doses, under the watchful eye of some very good doctors. I'll be going next week. I haven't had a date confirmed yet, but I'll let you all know. I love you all. Bye.
Do not go gentle into that good night. age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.